Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. This magnificent piece of vintage steampunk style retro lighting is underway. Righto, I don't have a bedside light. Yeah, I know that sounds crazy. I have a torch or a flashlight or whatever you want to call it. I took apart a valve radio the other day, and I've got a handful of valves. Here they all are. And I've got some different types of LEDs kicking around. I'm going to make myself a bedside light. Yeah, something with some lithium ion cells, rechargeable, a little switch on it so you can turn it on and off, and some beautiful ornate old school electronics mixed with some sort of super cool, you know, new school electronics. See how this goes. Alright, so what have we got then? So here we've got a bunch of Osram valves which came out of a radio, a vintage radio. Here we have a rather fat hairy valve that's come out of a ham radio 6-meter transmitter, and we've got a high power LED resistor to go with that, a few little colourful LEDs, and a strip of bright white LEDs. This is what the valves came out of. An old GEC, General Electric Company, a radio. Okay, after some very serious consideration, this is the sort of direction I believe I'm going. I'm going to have that resistor, a stack of probably 3 lithium ion batteries, resistor, a strip of bright white LEDs there, a relatively easy on the eyes, slightly more warm light LED, high power 3-watt LED there, a few LEDs pointing at the front of the valves to give them that little je ne sais quoi, the big hairy valve at the back, and another set of LEDs. So yeah, something like that, relatively simple, is probably where I'm going to go. And we need a switch on there as well. I need to go find a switch.
It's just stopped raining, and my view's much clearer now. There's no more sins to hide from the daylight.
Well, you should have heard the expletives coming out of my mouth just a few moments ago. Yeah, unfortunately one hit the deck. Curried chicken with onions, a homemade spoon, whittled on a campsite, probably in South Devon, and a big pile of beans. And an open all. These are absolutely marvellous knives. Okay, so we're back here with the project, the valve lighting system type project. Got some cables, needed to get a switch out of here. We've got the soldering iron, the glue gun warming up, and all that kind of stuff. So let's just get the soldering iron out. Yes, that is the lithium ion battery wall right there. Lots and lots of 18650s. You'll see that in other movies. And so I'm just going to plug the soldering iron in. Dunk. Fire that up. That's 12.3 volts, 12.4 volts. Okay, looking promising. There's the solder and the soldering iron. I will switch to high speed and carry on. Right, well, apparently I've just blown up this switch by accident. These two cables shorted together and it was on, and whoop, that was the end of this switch. So I got to go find another switch. Well,
I'm all dressed up in my Sunday best, I'm going out. Been in the shower for an hour, washing my sins away. Got a call from my girlfriend, she said she'd leave me.
alright, just want to zoom you in on this a little bit. So this is a 12 volt strip lamp here. Strip lamp? LED strip. There's two of them, one here and one here. And so I'm going to wire those up in parallel. We've got the three LEDs here that hopefully you can see now running. I've managed to blow up that switch by accident, shorted the cables, and the internals of that switch went boomf in a heartbeat. So the deal here obviously is the LEDs on this are not lighting, down to the fact that there's a resistor in here in order to bring the voltage down to 12 volts. Alright, okay, so what's going on then? The LEDs were 3 LEDs in series and one resistor, and each strip was in sections. So what I've decided to do is completely reconfigure this strip of LEDs and actually just have LEDs in parallel across that power supply. And as you can see there, hopefully you can see that, that LED is now lighting. So I might scrape off a little bit of insulation and stick a few more LEDs on here for those gentle white backlighting.
A Friday night in my own company, I'm hanging round. Well, I can hear the wind whispering my name, but no one's asked me out to play their games. Is it something going on that I don't know? Is it something that I said
Check
that
out
hurts
this
me
beautiful,
so?
beautiful bedside lamp. She's not finished yet, but she's nearly there. So, some old valves, some LED lighting, giving us plenty of light. And we've got to get some extra batteries on there. Need to get a switch in there, and we've got to clean it all up and maybe give it a layer of linseed oil. But yeah, this should be absolutely superb when we're done. Look at that, looks really boring without its lights on, doesn't it? As always, guys and girls, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Ooh, camera's drifting, come back. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Encourage the channel to get into more silly madness. More silly madness will happen, I'm sure. Cheers. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. This magnificent piece of vintage steampunk style retro lighting is underway.